I've removed all the debugging code and prints and console logs. I think there's just like one initial one that's still there. This one about the bounds. And that's simply because I was trying to verify on the two different simulators of 16 and a 17 with different resolution. I've been doing it on two different phones for real hardware, and just before I did this, I can get a wider range. Uh, so let's see. Let's try to run this. This is a 17 Pro Max. I've already got it rotated. It only run, it only works in landscape mode, so if it'll be kind of messed up. So let's try to zoom a little bit, which was where I was having problems before. As soon as I zoomed, I was screwing up. I'm hitting that edge, which is currently still red. I'm going to change that, and you can see all the four corners. If you zoom all the way out, it stops. You stop on the inside, and it's a little bit more than 3 hex tiles high. Right there. All right, let's stop this one. Let's go with this 16E. So it's a little bit different size. I don't know if you saw that or not. That was like 946. This is 844, and it's going to behave the same. So I can comfortably work on the gameplay. Right now I've only got one unit, and the one unit can only move one, and the computer unit, even though it's a different type of unit, he also only moves one. So I'm going to try to throw in multiple units, and since I've got over here in assets, sorry. Since I've got different units, what I'm going to try to do on this next code is like the armor unit. I'm going to use this bit here. Where is it? Okay, it's not in the asset. When I create the sprite node using that, which I don't currently do. Yeah, so there's none of that is here, right? What it'll have is, and I guess let's just show you what I'm talking about. Here, I think yeah, user data. So you can throw in like key value pairs here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add nodes with a key value pair such that these assets, I'm going to have these guys be like the base, so everything's will be normalized from them. This will, these are trucks. If I think that if I got that right, these are just trucks. Yeah, so they will have the same attack strength and defense strength. They'll just have more movement than these. These are like half-track units or scouting car units, whatever, but they have guns on those units, on those mechanized units. So we'll have a little bit higher attack strength and a higher movement. And these will have not only a higher attack strength and a ranged attack, and I'm thinking these two will both have a ranged attack. But they'll be higher than these guys. And I'll try to use the user data to say based upon which one is in use to manipulate how far it can move. And I will also, I'll probably, the first thing I'll probably do is add each of these units and work on the movement. then I'll work on the fire. I've already got the fire icon versus this guy, and currently what they're doing is there's only one of each, right? The unit there just moves in a random direction, which is nearest. It picks it. No, I shouldn't say random. It picks the closest path to the enemy node. That's all the AI. Is it intelligence, whatever that's in it? I mean, there's various things I'm thinking about. Maybe you could make it so that it moves maybe to a centroid of multiple units, or each unit can move to the nearest unit to it, not to a central unit. It'll be whichever, and then maybe they move to attack, and you could do variations of if you're adjacent and you're in range, you can attack. If you move onto it, maybe you can try some kind of overrun. I think from thinking back in the Avalon Hill game days, overrun attacks could only be done by armored units. I don't know, but we'll just do something like that. And then rather than having a die roll, which is they kind of had it linear back in those days. It was almost kind of like Dungeons and Dragons, where Dungeons and Dragons at least had a probability kind of curve because you had 3 dice, right? But it was still the max number was like the to hit, and you had then a separate roll for damage. What I think I'm gonna try and do is do the GURP style, where it's a probability, and you're normally all the probability curves. The probability curve will be a normalized, and it will be centered on 1-to-1. And we'll just say at 1-to-1, there's no damage taken. It's just an energy loss, and try to maintain some type of energy or ammo kind of characteristic, and do it that way. And then as you get better odds, like say armored is attacking infantry out in the open, they're not entrenched or anything, I don't know, maybe we'll say it's like 4-to-1. It's just shifting that probability curve to the right, so you're more likely to get a unit loss type attack. Anyway, so that's that. We'll shuttle this down, we'll upload it.